It's Podcast Tuesday once again, and yeah, now so this and Zendikar Rising is finally on pre-release. It is not out entirely, yeah. It's not out yet. It's just on pre-release, which means, and yeah, pre-release has already passed because I mean it's Podcast Tuesday and pre-release was only on a weekend. So you just have to be waiting until the end of this week to actually get the release. So, but since the cards are now on pre-release, they're now printed and stuff like that, it means they now have a price tag. They can now be sold, and now, but I mean they have a price tag, but they're all relatively low, meaning that they are going to either stay that way or go up in price. And these are cards that you'll need to buy before they go up in price. But we still have to like review the combo of the week, and it is this is a combo of the week. This is not related to what this podcast is. It's like, so this podcast is 10 cards that you should buy, but this is a bonus combo that I include every week. So yeah, so this combo goes for infinite life. So this how it works is you need to have an Intruder Alarm, Goblin Welder, a Mirror Moon Vessel on the battlefield, and a Mirror Moon Vessel in your graveyard, which allows you to get infinite mana. So turn 1, you get a Goblin Welder out. Turn 2, Mirror Moon Vessel, then play like Haggle or any card that can make you discard a second Mirror Moon Vessel into your graveyard. Turn 3, get Intruder Alarm out. Then, once it's out, Goblin Welder, sacrifice Mirror Moon Vessel to bring back Mirror Moon Vessel from your graveyard to battlefield. Yeah. It does not specify that they have to be this different names, which means you can target the same thing, like Mirror Moon Vessel and a Mirror Moon Vessel in the graveyard. So you can just do this: Mirror Moon Vessel, sacrifice Mirror Moon Vessel to bring back Mirror Moon Vessel. You get 1 mana because Mirror Moon Vessel dies. A creature enters the battlefield, untap Goblin Welder. Do this again, and then you get infinite colorless mana on turn 3. This is just is not the best of combos, but I mean it is quite effective. Not for Commander because Commander is a singleton format, but you can, instead of using 2 Mirror Moon Vessels, you can use a Mirror Moon Vessel, a Suchi, and a Caphodion instead. You can just use Suchi, Caphodion, and Mirror Moon Vessel instead, like, because these also add mana when they die. So yeah. So basically, this is a combo, yeah, that may end up being good, and now it is time to review the top 10 cards. They're not arranged in power level, nor are they arranged in current price or how much I expect they'll go up. It's simply that these are 10 cards that you should buy. Time for number 10, and we have Valikute Awakening, which can be played as a Valikute, like, which can be played as a land. So you can either play it as a land that enters battlefield taps for red, or as a 3 mana instant that allows you to put any number of cards from your hand onto the bottom of your library, then basically draw that many cards, like +1. Like so if you don't put any cards from your hand onto the bottom of your deck, you instantly draw 1 card, and it's a red card. I mean, like, and then like you can play this in your burn decks or like on your standard decks or stuff like that. So then you can just set down like you basically like you can set any card like basically like any cards you don't like, set them down, and then draw that many cards plus a bonus card, and then you get to keep what you like. That's the thing. And then all that waste in your hand, you can turn it into better stuff. That's what the Valkyrie Awakening allows you to do. And I believe it's gonna go up in price. That's my prediction. So just buy this card before it goes up in price, because I can tell you this card is going up in price. This is not an advertisement. This is not sponsored by Wizards of Cards or anything like that. This is all personal opinions that I believe they are just gonna go up. This is all legit. That's what I'm thinking. Like that, this card may go up in price. That's my prediction. Time for simple number 9, and it is Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats. It is a 6-mana 4/4 legendary vampire rogue. This creature costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. Ooh. Flying, Death Touch, Haste. Other creatures you control have Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to Planeswalker, destroy that Planeswalker. Wow. So yeah. This is like basically it's quite interesting because like literally I mean it's going to be something that's, I mean, not only can it be a good party commander or a good addition to your vampire commander deck, it may end up being played in a black-red aggro deck in standard. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, 6 mana may be a bit too much, but I mean, like, it may be one of those big red decks that have some big stuff in there, or you probably do red-black adventuring party. So then you can get Zagras out for 3 or 2 mana, and like then you can just go in, and then like flying Death Touch Haste. They basically can't stop that because it flies. They'll probably not block it because it has Death Touch. Haste, it just makes it faster. Not only that, it gives your other creatures Death Touch and Planeswalker Death Touch. Yeah, Planeswalker combats Death Touch actually. Death Touch, Planeswalker combats Death Touch. Yeah, and that seems good. Yeah, I guess this may end up being good. Yeah. So yeah, Zagras, I think this may go up in price. That's my prediction, and try picking it up if you can. It may end up being playable, like how Lightning Scalemental became a playable card, and it used to be worth nothing. And similar to Seasoned Pyromancer. That also unexpectedly went up in price. So now with Zagras, I think it's going to be played. Let's just go into our Golden 8. And it is... And we have a Wayward Guide Beast. So this is a 1-mana 2/2 beast with trample haste. When deals combat damage player, bounce one of your lands. So this is gonna be good because this is gonna be similar to that to Goblin Guide, because Goblin Guide, well, it's probably gonna be worse, but it's definitely gonna be played in Standard and Pioneer in formats where Goblin Guide isn't a thing. And then in Modern, we may find a Wayward Guide Beast replacing Eidolon, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to replace Eidolon. But it's going to be played in Standard and in Pioneer. That's for sure. Yeah. It's going to speed up your game. And yeah. It is good. It literally like it's a 1 mana and also has trample and which means if they do block over a 1/1, you may pass 1 damage over. But if you do pass 1 damage over, you just have to bounce land. But and then bouncing land. I mean, well, it usually is a downside in a mono red deck or a red white deck, but making your opponent reveal a card, reveal the top card of their deck, isn't necessarily a disadvantage. It's only a disadvantage if they get a land. If they don't get the land, you get to see what's coming up next. Same for them too, like that. They'll also see what's coming up next, but you get to have a peek into the next card. So yeah, Wayward Guide Piece, I mean, it is going to go up in price, but don't get me wrong, it is not better than Goblin Guide. Let's just go into our simple number 7, and it is Valikute Exploration. 3 mana enchantment with landfall. Whenever a land enters battlefield under your control, landfall, ingest top card of your library. You may play it for as long as it remains exiled. At the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled of Valikute Exploration, put them into their owner's graveyard. Then Valikute Exploration deals that much damage to each opponent. This is gonna be played in mono red standard decks because there's this card that rotated out from the Guilds of Ravnica that was extremely good in it. I think it's called Experimental Overlord. Was it called like that? I don't know. I'm just gonna search it. And it was called Experimental Frenzy. Yeah, Experimental Frenzy. That got rotated out, and that actually ended up being good it ended up being good in mono red because I mean if you run out of cards in hand or if your cards are all just lands, you can just play the Experimental Frenzy. You don't care about your hand, you just go and play from the top and you can just get so many cards. Well, Valikute Exploration, that's gonna be replacing that because basically if you get into that no cards in hand situation, you can just go or in the top deck situation, you can just if you get land, boom, play it, you get another chance. And if it's a second land, they take 1 damage. If it's something worth playing, you play it. If it's not worth playing, it is also 1 damage as well. This is gonna be good. That's what I'm gonna think. And then that's gonna be a reason why you're gonna be playing Evolving Wilds, because if you're in that 1 land situation again, not 1 land situation, no cards in hand situation, you draw Evolving Wilds, you get to get double, so then you can just play them or do extra damage, and that is why I think this is gonna go up in price. Mono red's gonna return. I can tell you that. Every time a card gets banned or a set rotates out, there's always gonna be a way mono red returns, at least for a while, before a new card takes over. And I can tell you that new card may end up being some green card. I don't know. It may end up being Dark Nisa. I think that's what I expect. I don't know. I mean, who knows what to expect in this set? I mean, Uro's still in standard, so yeah, that's still gonna be a thing. Let's just go into our number 6, and it is there we go. So Confounding Conundrum is a 2 mana enchantment. When to battlefield, draw a card. Whenever land enters battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player had a second land, another land enter battlefield this turn, under control this turn, they bounce one of their lands, which means that it straight up replays itself, meaning that you instantly draw a card. But it does intercept ramp strategies. Like, if they do try and get extra lands, then if they do try and get extra lands, it's gonna stop it. This card will prevent the opponent from doing that, which makes this card really good. Like, confounding conundrum is just gonna, it's just gonna break the, it's just going to be a good counter card. Like, this is gonna, every blue deck's gonna run this in the sideboard just to counter the opponent's strats, like to beat green decks. I mean, like, Wizards keeps on like upgrading green all they can, because it used to be one of the worst colors, and now they're trying to make it even better, even better, even better. Up to this point, it is just all the meta now. But confounding conundrum, I mean, it plans on like stopping it from entirely on working. Stops Uro, stops Growth Spiral, stops the new card as well, and like even stops Scape Shift. Yeah, it's gonna be played in Modern. It's gonna be played in Pioneer. It's gonna be played everywhere. Play this card. If you have it, just get it in your deck. This is gonna be very good. If you don't have it, buy it before it spikes. It is gonna be worth it. You're gonna be playing it. It is gonna win you games. And yeah, let's just go into our number 5, and it is Pillar Verge Pathway. It is a land that taps for white, 1 white. But then if you may play this instead as a land that taps for red. This is gonna be, that's one of those one of the flip land cycles, yeah. But that's like one of the least valuable of the cycle, because like, yeah, red white, it's not really that good. But think about it. Think about Burrow's Burn in Modern and Pioneer Blitz decks, or Modern Blitz decks. They play red white. Then just use your Pillar Verge. Then just, you need dual lands in them. Just play the Pillar Verge Pathway. It's gonna work. Like, just, you can have like the shock lands, yeah. Have 1 mountain, 1 plains. Have a few fetch lands, have a few canopy lands, and then like some of the lands have to be, or 1 or 2 have to be like Pillar Verge Pathways. So you'll mainly be like red mana most of the times. But then in rare situations, if you need the white, you can play as white. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be a good card. It's gonna go up in price. Just buy it now, and just buy it now, and then you can just run it in your burn deck, or sell it to another burn player much later on. So so yeah, let's just go into our number 4, and it is Nighthawk Scavenger. It is a 3 mana, 1 free vampire rogue with flying, death touch, lightning. Nighthawk Scavenger's power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. So yeah, basically, it is 1, but it's gonna be changing over time. Like, it's gonna be like a power goif. Like it's gonna be it's basically Nighthawk Tarmo, because it's only half of the Tarmogoyf. Nighthawk Tarmo. That should be the real name of the card. Like, because like Tarmo is like Tarmo for like power, Goy for the toughness. So just a Nighthawk Tarmo. That's what I should call it. And also like it's better. It's gonna be like played in standard and pioneer. It may end up being played in Jund decks alongside the Rio Tarmogoyf. Like to have 6 of them, 7 of them, 8 of them, 5 of them, who knows? Yeah, and like it's gonna be good. It doesn't increase its toughness. That's the only thing that is bad about that card. But it does fly, instantly kill things, and gain new life. This is good. It's better than Vampire Nighthawk, so just use this card. Let's just go into our golden number 3, and it is remember to dive Torre, and we have a Luminarch Aspirant. It is a 2-mana 1/1 human cleric with ability of your combat, put plus Thompson counter entire creature control. This is gonna be good played in white weenie decks or stuff like that, because instantly it's going to be like a 2/2, or it's 1/1 that puts a counter on something else. But then over time it's gonna be making more counters, and more and more and more until your things just grow too much. Like it's just gonna be good. It is gonna work so good. I can tell. I mean, it's gonna be worse than Scoop. It's gonna be worse than Scoop Mob. That's what I can tell you. But Luminarch Aspirant, it is gonna end up being a good card. I can tell you that. It is good. It is gonna be played. So buy it now. I just checked. It's less than $1. Just buy it before it goes up. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good card. My dad thinks it's gonna be a good card. So you should buy it now before it goes up. And it's gonna be played. It's gonna be played in standard. It's gonna be underrated cards. Like, yeah, I can tell this is gonna go up in price. Just buy it. Yeah, like this is gonna be very, very good. Let's just go into our number 2, and it's Scoot Swarm, 3-mana, 1/1 insect, landfall. Create a 1/1 insect. But if you control 6 or more lands, instead copy Scoot Swarm. And this is gonna be good. I just watched a video that was like about someone playing a red-green landfall deck in MTG Arena Standard, and the game nearly kicked them out, like nearly kicked him out because like of how good it was, and also this is like gonna win you game. Like this in paper Magic, because in Arena Magic it's gonna either win you or tie the game, and you don't want to tie the game. You want to win. Tying only reduces your rank. Winning is what counts. So get this card. Ignore Arena. Play this in paper. Oh wait, coronavirus. But still, like, just buy it. So once coronavirus is over, just sell it, because this card's gonna spike once the coronavirus is ended. Because I mean, playing tournaments in like paper Magic and stuff like that, it's gonna be hard right now. They just canceled the Purdy's right in the UAE because of back to school coronavirus. That's the thing. Yeah. But still, it's gonna be good, like, because once you hit the 6 landmark, it's gonna be like from 1 it's turning to 2, then it's gonna be 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Yeah. This is how big everything goes. Yeah. This is gonna be very, 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 very good. I can tell you that. Let's just go into the final card. We have Nissa of Shadowed Boots. 4 mana, 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker Nissa. landfall per loyalty counter on her. +1, untap, target land you control, and it turns into, and you may have it turn into a free elemental with haste and menace until end of turn. It is still a land, like, and yeah, that's good. It just, and then -5, you may summon a creature with CMC less than or equal to number of lands you control onto battlefield from your hand or graveyard with 2+1 on counters in. So this is gonna like be very good because like she can just grow very quickly because of all the landfalls and stuff. Plus grows naturally with a +1 ability which animates their lands and gives them menace. That is just good. I can tell you that this is gonna be a good card, and I'm surprised it's not that expensive already. So just pick one up. It is very good. Buy it, and yeah. And -5, just so and then the -5 is not that bad because because it allows you to reanimate things and grow them, and just summon multiple creatures in one turn and stuff like that because of it. But depending on how many lands you control, like if something big dies, you have that many lands, it's -5. Bring it back. Put 2 counters. If you want to drop 2 big things down in the same turn, drop 1, -5, drop the second one with 2 bonus counters. And this is how you do it. This is a good card. Isa Child Books is the #1 card. You have to buy it right now before it goes up in price. Buy it. Just buy it right now until they spike. So yeah, if you're watching this at your local game store, instantly buy the cards from the stock. Like just buy the cards from what they have. If you're not in the shop, just browse Card Kingdom or TCG Play or any site of those. Who knows what you use? Toronto, I don't know. I don't care what site you use. Just go search those cards. Mainly Nisa of Shout Books. Buy 4 of them or just 1 of them or whatever you want to buy. And then you'll realize either you're just gonna be playing it, or either you're just gonna be playing a meta deck, with cheaper cards before they went up in price, or when they become the meta, sell them and you get extra profit. Stonks. Yeah, that's just congratulations. You have reached the end of the podcast. Why don't you like and subscribe if you haven't already? Follow if you haven't already. Share with friends. Stay tuned to the next videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. CET. So remember that. Mark that on your calendar, or just simply turn on notifications to never miss out on a podcast. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And bye.